Good evening. I want to welcome you to our webinar this evening. You can extend an invitation to your colleagues and let them know that we have begun our webinar. Today we are looking at the business plan summaries, and we want to finalize on the issue of business plans so that each of you can complete your business plans fully. So this is the business plan summary review webinar for the investment preparation program that is being run by Motor Holdings. We are live on Facebook and also on Zoom. So for those of you that are joining us via Facebook and you are not members of the IPP, I want to welcome you to our live broadcast. We also encourage you to follow through so that you get to understand the benefits of being in the investment preparation program for Motor Holdings, and also how you can be supported through this program. So I will ask you to extend an invitation to all your colleagues who are members of the investment preparation program. We are already 17 minutes past 18 hours, which we were supposed to start the webinar, and we wanted to give time for more people to join in. And it seems to be happening at a very slow rate. So because of that, we have decided to go ahead with those that are already here. But please, if you know someone who is also a member of the IPP, you can please extend an invitation to them. We'll send out all the links via WhatsApp messages and also emails, so they should be able to find it easier to log in and join into the webinar. So thank you so much for those of you that are already in. Today, we are looking at the business plans in full. We did the business plan summaries and they were sent through to all of you. They were uploaded on your IMS account and you were given login details to access your business plans on the IMS. I want to believe that everyone was able to access their business plan because we dedicated today and yesterday to answer any queries in relation to business plans. So we are hoping that by this time, everyone has been able to go through their business plans. So if you have any questions in relation to your business plans, or if you have not yet received you have not yet been able to view your business plan on the IMS, I would ask you to quickly put it on the comment section so that the team is able to take note of that and find ways of supporting you. However, we are hopeful that everyone has been able to access their business plans. So as part of the investment preparation program, we asked all of you, the IPP candidates, to submit business plan summaries where you gave us information about your businesses. And it is this information that you gave us that your business development associates were able to come up with business plan summaries for each of you. We call them business plan summaries because they don't have full information about your entire business plan, but rather they are just an articulation of the format that should be followed and the kind of information that should be in a good business plan. So that format is what each of you as candidates are now supposed to amplify on by adding more information, going with what we are going to discuss in today's webinar, so that you now make it a full business plan. So I want to make this clear that those business plan summaries that you have been able to download on your IMS accounts are not complete, they are not full. That's why you see that there are some tables that don't have information. There are some lines that are just dashes, and also the business plans might not be fully completed in terms of other information. So what we have done is to come up with a format that you can follow, and also including certain standard information that should be in each and every good business plan. So as we now go through the document with you and then guide you how to complete the full one, you will now have information and you have a guide on where to start from. So thank you so much. I can see that the numbers are increasing. I'm going to ask each of you to download your business plan, because what we will do throughout this webinar is to go through the business plans step by step, and we begin to highlight certain things and give you an opportunity to also ask questions. So today's webinar is much more of an interactive session. I'm hopeful that those of you that have any questions, at least you can extend your questions so that they are also addressed during this webinar. So let me just open one of the business plans that, that we have here. Okay, so like I said, each of you should open your business plans so that you are able to go through the document together with me. So a business plan is a document that gives your stakeholders an understanding of what your business is all about, its future plans, and also its overall performance currently, and also its expected performance. So it's a very important document in business because it is a way that enables you to communicate about your business or about your projects in details to stakeholders. It's not everything that you are able to present as you engage with your stakeholders. If you remember very well, when we were talking about the investment, the business pitch, we talked about you presenting your information in much more summarized way. However, there are certain other detailed information that stakeholders might want to have. So this is what you are now able to give them through your business plan. So it's a very important document, which at least every business should have, which clearly shows the operations of their business, their target market, the risks that affect their business, their financial performance, and also their expected financial performance over time. So this is about the business plan, and that we had the webinar about business planning where we explained more about the content that should be in a business plan. So starting with the business plans that have been done for you, you will observe that your business plans start with what we call company pleasantries. So these company pleasantries include your executive summary, where we give an overall summary about your business, when it was established, where it's operating from, who established it, why it was established, and the critical problem that it is aimed at resolving within your target market. So that executive summary is a brief introduction about your business. The next part is the business description. So this is where you get to describe your business in a bit detailed way, talking about the sector which you're operating in, the key players in this sector, how you intend to penetrate this sector, and the impact that is going to be generated by your business in this sector. So the business description is a bit more detailed than the executive summary because it brings out much more information. From there is a mission statement, of course, which states the purpose, why your business was established. Then there is a vision, which talks about where your business would want to be over time. Then there are the values, the things that your business upholds. Here you talk about issues of diligence, excellency, integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, and professionalism. These are very important because it assists in communicating with your stakeholders the things or the norms that you uphold as a business. Stakeholders are not just interested in the benefits that come with engaging in business with you, such as the economic returns, but rather they are also interested in understanding what kind of an organization are you, what are the things that you stand for, what are the principles of the people behind this business. So this is expressed through the values that you are going to elaborate in your business plan, which is very, very important. So these are the company pleasantries that should give a brief a detailed introduction about your business. So when you will look at the executive summaries that has been provided in each of your businesses, they are so summarized such as certain information might be missing from it. The reason is because not all information about your business was provided in the business plan template that you sent. So using the limited information that you sent through, your business development associate was able to come up with that executive summary, which you are seeing. So now it is your duty to read through that executive summary and then try and identify certain critical aspects about your business that might have been missed. So for example, this is where you get to talk about when it was established, talk about the date, who established it, what motivated its establishment, where is it currently operating from. Most of that information is not there in your executive summary. So begin to bring out that information as you now rewrite your executive summary. The next part is the business description. Like I've said, this should be more detailed than your executive summary, but you still observe that the business description of most of you is still very summarized. The reason, again, is because your business development associates had limited information according to the business plan templates that you sent through. So now that you have seen the kind of information that should be in the business description, you can go a bit further and provide more details about the processes that are involved in your production, if you're in production, or your service delivery, if you're a service provider, so that there is much more detailed in your business description. You can also look at the mission statement, the vision, and the values that are there. If you feel that certain things that have been missed, you can now add them in so that you have a much more comprehensive company pleasantries that introduce about your business. So what I'll do is I'm going to be going step by step. So for now, I'm going to pause a bit so that I give chance to you to ask any questions regarding the company pleasantries, and also if maybe there's something that you didn't understand from the business plan summary that was sent to you regarding your company pleasantries, please, you can bring them up. So you can do this by raising your hand or by posting in the question and answers box. Okay, do we have any questions? Okay, I'm not even seeing any. Are you able to get me, by the way? Because it seems people are so quiet in the meeting today. Are you able to get me? Just comment something in the question and answer so that I'm able to hear that you're able to get me. How many pages the business plan supposed to have? So I can see it's done by Madam Sharon Sana. There is no a specific number of questions. It depends on the size of your business. You see, if your business is still small or it has not even launched, it's still at an idea stage, it might not have much content to put in your business plan for you to do a 100-page document. But you see, if you're talking of a bigger business that has been in operations for some time and it has got different parts of their operations, it means their business plan is going to be much more detailed than the average business plan that will be done for a smaller business. So this is very important for you to note. To answer your question, there is no specific number of pages that should be in a business plan. So it depends on the size of your business. So if this is the only question, then no problem. We are going to proceed and go further. The next part is the problem statement. So under the problem statement, you highlight the critical challenge that your business is seeking to resolve. So this is where you get to prove the relevance of your business by highlighting a challenge within your target market, which has not yet been addressed or which is being partially addressed, and why it's important for this problem to be addressed. So under the problem statement, again, it has been picked from the summarized problem statements that you gave in your business plan summaries. So this can be, the best thing that you can do here is by you reading through the problem statement that has been provided, and then looking at the problems that exist within your business and find ways of amplifying what has already been mentioned in your business plan summary. If it's already detailed, it's fine, you can still leave it the way it is. But it's important that you go through your problem statement and find ways of bringing out more information. The next part is the innovative solution. The innovative solution is where you are bringing out important information about the solution which you are bringing on the market to resolve the problem which you have highlighted above. So you see, in the problem statement, you brought out the problem which you are currently facing as an enterprise. In the innovative solution, you are now bringing out the solution which you are providing as a business to this particular challenge. So this is where you get to also bring out more details about your processes, your initiative, or the technology that you are using, and how it is going to resolve the challenge which you have highlighted above. So that's a very important component, because you are validating the importance of the existence of your business and how it is going to resolve the problem that has been highlighted. The next part is where you talk about the products and services. Under the products and services, you highlight your target market, of course, your customer profile, and also your marketing strategy. The marketing strategy is going to be done by analyzing the 7 P's of marketing, which includes the product, place, price, promotion, process, people, and physical evidence. So these are important aspects of your marketing strategy, which you should be able to bring out. So when we talk of product, this is where you highlight what kind of products are you taking on the market. When we talk of place, we are talking of what is the target market that you are intending to penetrate, and why this target market. When we talk of price, we talk of what is the cost of the product that you're taking to the market, and what will it take for the customers to be able to access these products or services. Promotion, we are talking about your publicity. How will you be able to engage or to communicate your products and engage with your customers? People, we are talking about the staff or the employees that are behind the provision of this particular service. Processes, we are talking about the process that will be used for you to be able to provide these services. Then physical evidence is about the aspect of the quality of your products, how it's branded, packaged, or if it's a service, how this service is provided to your customers. So this is a very important analysis. The marketing mix analysis is something that you should always bring out in your business plan, and your business development associates have tried by all means to bring out that aspect in each of your respective business plans. So what I would advise you to do at this point is to read more about the marketing mix, look at the way the marketing mix has been presented in your business plan, and then you now rewrite it or bring it out in a way that suits the market which you are operating in. So like I have said, these business plan summaries are a guide. Now it is your job as the entrepreneur behind the business to analyze the business plan or the information provided to you, and then use it to now bring out much more detailed or informed information, unlike what was brought out by your business development associate who was writing from an outsider's point of view. After this, you now talk about your competitors analysis. So under the competitors analysis, you can see that there's that table, which is talking about your competitor, the products they offer, the strength and their weaknesses. So this is very important because your stakeholders want to understand how well you know your competitors. You see, business is about competition. So each of your stakeholders would want to understand whether you understand these competitors that you are fighting with on the market. Fighting, we are putting it in brackets, not really fighting, but the people that you are competing with. So you should be able to state who are your competitors, what products are they offering, the strengths that they have, and the weaknesses that they have. This is very important for your stakeholders. So the business development associate definitely did not have this information. For some of you, they might have had and they would have completed, but for most of you, they didn't have the information. So that is why it is just a table which is not completed, and it is now your role to go in and begin completing all the blanks on that table. The same thing also applies to the product pricing. So you should be able to list your products, the price that you are going to offer them, and also the competitor's price, the average price that is provided on the market. This is very important. Then you also bring out your unique selling points. Your unique selling points are the things that will enable you to gain competitive advantage on the market. So this can include issues like maybe the target market that you are going into, the social impact that you are bringing, the pricing, or your marketing strategy. All these are unique selling points that you can bring out. So analyze your business and then identify what unique selling points you can bring out on this particular component. Again, I'm going to pause a bit so that I check if there are any questions that are there in the Q&A boxes. Do you need to name the competitors in the competitors analysis table? And how many competitors can we list if possible? I would advise that if you can pick up at least even a maximum of 5, minimum of 3 at least within your market. So maximum 5, minimum 3, and then you list them. Put their names there. You see, actually, there are some financiers that I've dealt with who have even asked to put the website link of your competitors. So they want to know how visible are these competitors and how well have you brought out the information in your business plan. So yes, you are supposed to put their name in there and then talk about their products, talk about their strengths and also their weaknesses. Sometimes personally, what I do to understand about my competitors is I'll go and visit them and be like a customer. So maybe if it's a shop, go there to that shop and ask and even buy some of the things that they're offering. Go and test it and see how it tests in comparison to yours. Then you'll be able to pick their strengths, their weaknesses, and how best you can compete with them on the market. So really begin to get to find out information about your competitors. Don't be so isolated and decide not to know very little about the people you are competing with on the market. I can't see any questions and I can't see any hands. So I'm still going to proceed and go to the other components of the business plan, which is the standard operating procedures. So under the standard operating procedures, we are looking at the procedures that are used for you to engage with your customers. So this aspect, we are just bringing out the systems and procedures that exist in your business. So what we have used are the standard procedures that are there in the customer registration process, supplier registration process, sales procedure, purchase procedure, and payrolls procedure. These are the most critical procedures in every business which stakeholders would want to understand. That is why we have brought them out. However, each of your businesses have different procedures that you undertake. So looking at the procedures that have been highlighted in your business plan summary, you can also bring out additional standard operating procedures depending on your business. So some of you maybe are selling things online via Facebook, or maybe you are delivering to customers. Talk about how that whole process is done. Stakeholders want to understand how systematic the procedures within your business are. I've spoken in most of our webinars before to say procedures are very important in business because they enable the business to run even when the owner of the business is not there. And this is what each of you as entrepreneurs should strive to put in place. Your business should not be wholly lined on you pushing the wheels, but rather you should structure it in such a way that the wheels are able to continue running even without you being there, such that even when you are sick or you have traveled, things will still be able to run, and they will run effectively because there are systems and procedures that have to be followed on how the business operates. I know that it's a bit difficult to set in place this kind of systems when you are still a small business with a few staff, but this is a stepping stone to you growing to become a stable business. What enables stable businesses to service a larger clientele base and even engage in an efficient manner is their ability to standardize systems and procedures. That enables them to operate on a larger scale, such that even the senior management or the owners of the business don't have to be involved in the day-to-day management, but rather the wheels are just running without their involvement because they have already set up the systems and procedures. So you can also do this in your business. Some of these systems and procedures can be automated online. I was talking when we were looking about digital marketing, I talked about the aspects of automating your accounting systems, automating your marketing, and also your engagement with customers online, and even being able to receive payments online. Those are some of the procedures that you can put in place. Actually, some of these procedures are also risk mitigation measures. Sometimes what brings about problems in businesses is because the business does not have systems and procedures, and therefore it is prone to risks that might be handled by these systems and procedures. So for example, if in your business it is not clear who receives money and who does what, you find yourself that sometimes you are always wondering who received that money, why was it not receipted? There's always money which you are failing to account for within, because there is no proper system on how money is going to be accounted for. Also, if there is no proper system on how you draw money from the business as the owner of the business, sometimes you find that you don't even know how the business is growing, because you keep pulling money out of it and there's no system of documenting the kind of money that you are getting from the business. So this is very, very important for you to find ways of standardizing these systems and procedures in place. So I would advise that read through these systems and procedures provided in your business plan summaries and find ways that you can add on and make sure that you implement these systems and procedures within your business. I'm going to pause a bit again in case there is any questions regarding systems and procedures. There are no questions. That's why I'm wondering that today people are so quiet in the meeting. Okay, so if there are no questions, again, we'll move to the next part. We are moving to the aspect of digital marketing, digital preparedness. So you see, we are living in a technological era, and stakeholders want to understand how is your business making use of technology to deliver its products or services. So Depending on how you are able to demonstrate the use of technology in your business, stakeholders are able to trust you and be able to engage you for business. So these are the things that you need to bring about, such as the accounting system that you're using. How are your purchases being done online, your sales, your fixed asset management, your bank reconciliation, your payroll, your budgeting and forecast, your financial reporting, and also issues about your payment processing, whether you're using internet banking or mobile money, and also issues of statutory compliance with institutions like tax, social security, and the likes, and also aspects of digital marketing, which I touched about more in our previous webinar. So these are issues of digital preparedness that you also need to bring about in your business plan. You can read through how these issues have been highlighted in your business plan summary and find ways of amplifying or adding more information to it. The next aspect is the risk management and mitigation. This is where you highlight the risks that you are anticipating in your business and how you intend to mitigate or to manage these risks. So risks are occurrences that might affect negatively the operations of your business. So every business comes with risks. So it's now up to you to look and analyze your business. The business development associates might have highlighted certain risks for some of you, but for most of you, they might not even have highlighted any risks because they don't know what your business is currently facing in terms of negative occurrences. So it's now up to you to analyze, to say, what are those things that might occur that will affect your business negatively? So this can include issues like maybe loss of power supply and you end up incurring a loss, or issues like a storm, financial risk, pilferage, and those kind of things. So you should be able to highlight those risks and also the mitigation strategy that you have in place to be able to manage this kind of risks. So this is very important for you as a business, and each and every business should have a risk management and mitigation strategy, and this should be done on the table that is there. The next part is the board and management structure. Like we spoke when we were talking about the business planning process, corporate governance is an important aspect of SME development now. In the olden days, people thought that corporate governance was only for big established institutions. But now more and more stakeholders are beginning to request for good corporate governance adherence among SMEs. So they want SMEs to have a clear management team in place and even have a non-executive board that is able to provide an independent opinion over the operations of the executive or the senior management team. So it's important for you as a business to have a management team in place. So like I have said, I know that some of your businesses are small, but it's important that you have a director, at least from your same 2, 3, or 4 employees. You can also give one as an assistant director. That becomes management, the 2 of you. Or maybe you are the managing director, the other one is the operations director, the other one is the admin director. The 3 of you are management. Then you can also come up with a board of directors, bring in non-executives, elect a board chairperson, select 2 or 3 board members whom you can always convene for meetings on maybe a quarterly basis, and you just present to them your financial performance and also just the overall report about the operations of your business, and they provide you with guidance and advice. It is always good for you to get an independent opinion from experts about the running of your business. So this can be done by coming up with a proper corporate governance structure in place. So what you have to do also in your business plan is to elaborate how that corporate governance structure looks like by stating your management team, your board members that are going to sit on your board. And then down there where it's written that you enter the professional bio, you bring out a professional biography about these senior management members and these board members. So that professional bio can include their qualifications, their experience, and also the organizations that they have worked with. So I'm going to pause a bit again and then check out if there are any questions that are there. Mr. Kavan, who has entered, is now making me smile. Yes. Do we have any questions? Okay. Our business so small and we do not have a payroll yet. Is it okay to include that now? Every business has a payroll. Does it mean you don't pay anyone in your business? I'm not getting that question, because maybe even if you are the only one, it means you should be on payroll. So there should be a salary for you. So every business should have payroll. Unless you say everyone in the business is a volunteer, then that's okay. It means you have no payroll. But as long as there is a worker in that business, whether it is you alone, there should be payroll. So you as the business owner, make sure that you put yourself on a salary. That would give you enough space for you to be able to grow your business financially, because it means you'll not be able to pull out funds at any time from your business. So put yourself on a salary and you become the payroll for your business. We are quiet, sir, because we are going through our business plans as you are elaborating facts. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Madam Charity. Our business is so small and we don't have payroll yet. Is it okay to include that now? Yes, include that. As long as there's somebody who's being paid in your business, Mr. Ambakishe, it is important that there is payroll there. What is the expected number of board members? What I would advise is, if you're still a small business, even just between 3 and 5 board members is okay. Even just 2 board members, and then you're also part of the board. What is just important is to have that independent opinion. You see, when you're still a small business, there are certain professionals that you're not able to hire. For example, you might need lawyers. You might need an accountant, you might need an HR person, but you don't have the resources to hire that person. But you might have that friend of yours who is a lawyer. So what you do is you speak to him and say, my friend, I would want you to be advising me on legal issues. For now, I might not afford to pay you, or maybe I can be giving you this small amount, but at least on a quarterly basis, I would want to be presenting issues to you. And in case I incur any occurrences within the cost of running our business that would need legal advice, at least I'll be engaging with you. And then when your business grows and reaches a point where it can pay you well, then you can now be a non-executive director or a board member who is actually paid. So those are some of the things that you can do or put up. What is the expected number of board members? I think I've answered this. I'm meeting an investor tomorrow. Should I go with a proposal and business plan as well? So it depends on the kind of investor that you are meeting. If it's an investor who needs a detailed business plan, please go with your business plan. If it's an investor who just wants something that is summarized, come up with what we call a pitch deck. So from that same business plan, summarize it and put it on a PowerPoint presentation. A pitch deck should at least be in between 5, maximum at least 10 slides, 8 slides actually. So that should be your pitch deck, where you just bring out critical information about it. When we are going to have some of our next webinars, I'm going to talk about how to come up with a pitch deck and have it presented. Because when you are meeting an investor, the investor is not able to go through a 20-page document in that meeting. But if you send them a pitch deck, which is full of just 8 slides and they are summarized, it enables you to communicate the important aspects of a business to the investor there and then, but in a much more summarized way. So you can bring that out also. Okay, if that's done, we are going to move to the last part, which is the investment plan. So the investment plan is where you state the full budget about the investment amount which you are requesting. So this was put in place on the understanding that most of you need these business plans to raise funds for you to expand or to launch your businesses. So under the investment plan, this is where you state the amount that is needed for your business and also the things that will be used. On that table, under description, state the things that you will use. Under the amount, state the amount that that each of those items is going to cost. So this is very important because stakeholders want to have a full understanding about the budget that is needed for you to launch this particular business. So bring out that information in the investment plan. And it's also important for us as Motor Holdings, because as we are undertaking fundraising for you, we look out at this particular component. So actually, after this presentation, we expect that all of you should complete your business plans and have the completed ones uploaded on the IMS. The last part is the financial forecast, where you give a forecast about your business for the next 3 years. So under the financial forecast, you now explain how much will your business make in year 1, year 2, year 3, what will be its cost of sales, its gross profit, the admin cost, operating costs, and the salaries that you're going to pay out. Then you calculate the net profit. So the revenue is what you will be able to sell. So for example, if you are expecting that in year 1, this year, you'll be able to sell maybe 500 chickens. So you say 500, how do you sell 1 chicken? is 100 kwacha. So you say 500 by 100 kwacha, 50,000. It means your forecast revenue in year 1 is 50,000. How much does it cost for you to produce these chickens? Maybe producing 1 chicken is 50 kwacha. So you take 50 kwacha times 500 chickens. Again, you'll be able to enter the cost of sales there. Gross profit is revenue minus cost of sales, then it gives you a gross profit. Admin costs we are talking about costs that relates to administrative operations, maybe things like stationery, things like I'll say maybe transport issues for you to attend to clients and the likes. Those are admin costs. Then we have operating costs such as electricity, water, and other utility bills that are there. Then salaries are the costs that are there to pay your employees or to pay yourself as the owner of the business. So you can do that forecast for the next 3 years at least, because stakeholders want to understand the financial performance growth of your business. So this is the business plan summary that has been sent to all of you. So before I talk about it, I'm also going to do a quick review again and answer any questions. So again, there are questions to say, I understand on the payroll, but how can be on a payroll when no profits have not been made yet? We are still investing with the little that we make. So it means right now there are no employees for the business. So if there are no employees for the business, then definitely there's no payroll. So it means you don't have to include that. I now understand your question. Is the business plan equal to investors' proposal? If not, help us with the differences. The business plan and the business proposal is one and the same thing. But you see, sometimes certain investors are going to tell you that this is the format of the proposal that they want. And in most cases, the things that will be needed in the proposal are the same things that are in the business plan, which you are providing right now. So what you just have to do is to read through the business proposal format that has been given by that particular investor, and then you adjust your business plan according to that format for the investor. What I strongly advise you is when an investor gives you a business proposal format, please do not use the standard business plan. So this business plan, which you are going to get through the IPP program, is not something that you should send to every investor. First, find out from the investor if they have got a specific template which they are using. Use that template to apply. Don't just send the same standard business plan. This standard business plan should be guidance for you to complete that business proposal, that template that has been given by the investor. So this is about the business plan and how they are supposed to be structured. So at this stage, what we expect is that all of you should be able to complete your business plans. We are giving you up to 15th of March. By 15th of March, we expect that all of you will complete the blank spaces in your business plan. Then you are going to upload the completed business plan. The importance of doing this is Moto Holdings is doing fundraising for all of you. So it means as we identify financing opportunities, we are going to apply for you. So if your business plan is not going to be complete like the way it is right now for most of you, it means certain funding opportunities you are going to miss out, because again, the business development associates will not have time to be calling you to request for that information. But if you make sure that your business plan is completed and then you upload the complete one on the IMS, it means when your business development associate is fundraising for you, they'll just open your business plan on the IMS and then they're able to pick all the information. That will make it easier and even enable you to quickly get an investment through the fundraising that Moto Holdings will be doing for you. So we strongly encourage each of you that by the 15th of March, make sure that you complete your business plan and upload the completed business plans on the IMS. So this is about the business plans. And if there are no questions, then we have come to the end of our business plan presentation for today. It's been a short one, and mainly it's because we already had a presentation about business planning, and most of you already got information about it and how to structure a business plan. But what we're doing today is just to go through the business plan summaries that have been sent to all of you, and then to address any questions if there are any. But if there isn't any, thank you so much for joining us in today's session, and we hope to engage more with you as you now revise or add more information to your business plans, and even begin to upload the completed business plans on the IMS. Thank you so much. We are going to see you in the next webinar. Have a good night.